What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Real talk, no corporate spin. Just honest wrestling analysis. Subscribe if you want this every week. Now let's talk about Dean Ambrose. Because this story just got very interesting. Seth Rollins just said Dean Ambrose is probably never coming back to WWE. But here's what nobody is telling you. WWE themselves just put Dean Ambrose on their YouTube channel right before Royal Rumble 2026. That is not a coincidence, and I'm going to prove it. Stay with me. First, let's set the record straight for anyone who might be new to this. Dean Ambrose, real name John Good, one of the most naturally gifted wrestlers WWE has ever had. He debuted on WWE's main roster in November 2012 as part of The Shield, alongside Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And from day one, this guy was different. While Roman was the powerhouse and Seth was the high flyer, Dean was the lunatic, unpredictable, dangerous, the guy you genuinely weren't sure about. During his WWE run, he became a Grand Slam champion, United States champion for 351 days, one of the longest reigns in that title's history. WWE champion, Intercontinental champion 3 times, Money in the Bank winner. On paper, this man had everything, but in April 2019, his contract expired, and he walked out. He showed up in AEW the very next month, changed his name back to Jon Moxley, and reinvented himself completely. The goofy comedy character was gone. In its place, a violent, intense, unpredictable force who became AEW World Champion 4 times. So the question everyone keeps asking is, will he ever come back to WWE? And the answer just got a lot more complicated. Here's where it gets really interesting. In January 2026, just days before Royal Rumble, WWE's official YouTube channel uploaded a video called 25 Greatest Royal Rumble Saves. And sitting right there at number 15, Dean Ambrose from the 2016 Royal Rumble. Now think about this. WWE has thousands of superstars they could have featured. They chose Dean Ambrose right before one of their biggest events of the year. That is a calculated move. WWE does not accidentally put someone on their official channel. Then Seth Rollins, in an interview, was asked directly about a Shield reunion. And he said something very revealing. He said Roman and himself are here for life. But when it came to Dean Ambrose, he said, you never know what WrestleMania is going to look like. Could be anytime. One minute he says chances are very slim. The next minute he says, could be anytime. That is a man who knows something he's not allowed to say out loud. And then there's the contract situation. Jon Moxley signed a 5-year extension with AEW in October 2022. That deal runs until at least 2027. But here's what everyone is forgetting. Contracts in wrestling have opt-out clauses, early release options. And we have seen this exact situation before with CM Punk, with Rusev, with Aleister Black. All of them came back to WWE earlier than anyone expected. The door is not closed. So here is where I land. Dean Ambrose is not coming back to WWE in 2026. His AEW contract is real, and it runs until 2027. But 2027? I genuinely believe we will see Jon Moxley walk back into a WWE arena. And when that Shield reunion happens, it will be one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. WWE is already planting the seeds. The YouTube reference, Seth's interviews, they are keeping the name alive on purpose. But I want to hear from you right now. Drop a comment. Should Dean Ambrose come back to WWE for one final Shield reunion? Or has Jon Moxley built such a legacy in AEW that going back would actually hurt his story? Let me know below. I read every single comment. Subscribe if you're new. We do this every week. Real takes, no fluff. I'll see you in the next one.